Hi, I'm Tim Clark with Gasville, USA. Today let's take a look at this beautiful 1967 Chevelle SS. It's a real 138 VIN code Super Sport and is a low mileage frame-off restoration. During the restoration, vintage heat and air components were installed under the dash. To complete the system, the remaining components would need to be purchased and installed under the hood. Also during restoration, a painless wiring system was installed. Included with the car is a huge file of documents, receipts, notes, and restoration photos, as well as car history going all the way back to 1988. The car no longer retains the original 396 engine. According to the previous owner and based on restoration documents, a high-performance 454 was built and installed. Behind the engine is a Muncie M20 4-speed with a 12-bolt Positrack rear end with 373 gears. During this video, we will look at the following: body walk around, door alignment, window regulators, and door locks, external lighting, engine compartment, interior, dash and instrument panel, trunk, and then the under chassis. Then we will start the engine and hear it run. After all that, we'll finish off by doing a test drive. So, let's get started. go ahead and check out the door alignments, the window regulators, and the door locks. Doors just snap shut. In my opinion, that's a really good sign of a good quality restoration. Check out the door locks. Notice the door is locked. Unlocked. Locked. Unlocked. Even the wing windows work great. Nice and smooth. Even the rear quarter windows work beautifully. We'll check out the passenger side. Just snap shut. Perfect alignment. Unlocked. Oh, notice it's locked. And unlocked. Again, the wing window, nice and smooth. And the rear window. Let's take a look at this dash and instrument panel for this 67 Chevelle. Starting on the top left, right over here, here's the headlight switch and the high beam indicator light right over here. Right next to that, we've got our windshield wiper switch. We'll turn the key on. Low and high and off. I don't think the cigarette lighter is working. I don't know if it's the element or the power to it. I haven't checked, but the element has not gotten hot. Here's a tachometer. Oh, and you'll notice I've got the emergency brake on and the light is illuminated. So here's the gas gauge and it works great. And the battery gauge. Water temperature gauge. And the oil pressure gauge. Now down below, underneath the dash, we got the same thing again. We got the water temperature gauge, which the engine is cold, oil pressure gauge, and the battery gauge. So I'm going to turn the key back on. The radio powers on and I can hear static, but I've not been able to tune in a station. So I'll turn that on. And you can hear it trying to tune something in. I hear the static, but I do not hear. I've not been able to pick up any stations, so I don't know why. It is the power radio antenna is connected, and it goes up and down correctly by turning the radio on and off. You may hear that now when I turn it off. So now it's going down. I mentioned earlier that the car has vintage heat and air installed underneath the dash. So the hard work is done. That's down here. And these are the controls for the vintage air, heat and air. And we can go ahead and operate that. Right now the fan is off. There's low, medium, and high. So if a person wanted to use the unit, they would have to install the components for underneath the hood. Here's the clock, and it works. I don't know if you can see the second-hand sweep moving. It's a little noisy, a little loud, but I guess that's just the way it's supposed to be. And then it's kind of surprising that it does work. With the key still on, here's the indicator lights for the turn signals. Left right over there. Hopefully you can see that. And here's the right. Right over here. They work great. The horn is not working. I don't know why. Maybe it's disconnected at the horn itself. I don't know, but the horn did not work. That's about it. It's a beautiful car and ready to be enjoyed. Let's take a look at the beautiful under chassis of the 67 Chevelle. I was told, and there's photos to support, that this is a true, real frame-off restoration. Up in here, you can see the nice new body bushings right there. And that is evident all the way through. Here's another one right in here. It's easy to see over on this side. We'll just come right over in here, right here. See, here's another one right in there. Another nice new body bushing. I've seen those all the way through the car. Of course, here's the 12-bolt rear end. It's told as a Positrack, and I believe the gear ratio is 373. I might have to refer back to my car details for that, but I believe it's a Positrack 373 rear end. Got nice new coiled springs with adjustable air shocks. Adjustable air shocks with new coil springs. It's got a very nice aftermarket drag link with heavy duty sway bar. The floor pans look beautiful, very nice condition, and a very large 3-inch exhaust. Again, the frame is very nice, high gloss black paint. New brake lines, fuel lines. There's a Muncie 4-speed transmission right in here. Nice clean transmission mount. I believe that's a Hurst Competition Plus shifter, which is one of my favorites. The engine is extremely clean. The front suspension is just gorgeous, and I really like how they painted the inner fenders red to match the body. It's a really nice contrast against that high gloss black suspension and frame. Again, the frame is painted a nice high gloss black paint, and to me the suspension looks new, including coil springs, shock absorbers, ball joints, tie rod ends, heavy duty sway bar, etc., etc. I purchased this Chevelle around 2 weeks ago, and of course before buying it I did a personal thorough test drive in it. But I've been looking forward to today where I could do another test drive with the cameras installed just to show you how nice and strong the Chevelle runs. You know, there's just nothing like the thrill of driving a Chevrolet with a quality and performance built big block Muncie 4-speed transmission and Hurst Competition Plus shifter. You know, with that, let's just go ahead and get started. just had a really fun test drive. You know, there's just nothing like the torque of a performance, quality built Chevy big block. This thing moves fast. Muncie 4-speed, beautiful. Synchronizers, really nice and smooth. I did a little performance test. I was just idling on the pavement on the highway. No one around, so it was nice and safe. Just idling along and accelerated fairly quick. Yeah, what a thrill ride. It was fun. The steering is nice and tight, very responsive. The brakes are great. It brakes nice and straight. It does not pull one way or the other. I think a little addition of a vacuum booster for the brakes could be good, but it does have disc in the front, drums in the rear, and yeah, the car stops fine. Overall, the car just really performed great. The oil pressure was right around 55 psi while I was just cruising, and the coolant temperature stayed a very consistent 170 degrees. The signal light cancel cam works great for both directions. Just a fun ride. I don't know what else to tell you. I appreciate you taking a look at this video, and please check out all my videos at gasvillusa.com.